You know, it's funny. There are so many misconceptions about Italians. I'm Italian. I can tell you a lot about being Italian. One thing is, not all Italians are Catholic. I'm an Italian Jew. I've gone through all kinds of different cultural backgrounds where I've been called a wetback, and Italians were not considered very chic because I grew up in a blue collar neighborhood, to Italians being very popular. In my case, my father was a famous boxer from Rome, and my mother was from Florence and an outstanding cook. They had a restaurant in Highwood. It was called the Rainbow, and we specialized in Tuscan style food in the 1950s when that wasn't really popular. What you found was Sicilian fare. And my whole life, everybody assumes that I'm Italian, or they assume I'm Jewish, and they don't know I'm Italian. But guess what? Today, I was making matzo ball soup because I happened to be observing Passover, and I noticed this. Hold on a second, let me show you. I don't exactly think of Lipton's when I think of kosher fare. I think of other brands like Manischewitz or Mogen David. Strites is another one. But Lipton's is kosher, and I bought this because it was on sale, and it's only another couple days for the holiday. This box has two different recipes that I find very interesting. One is for Italian stuffed matzo balls, and the other one is for Asian stuffed matzo balls. So if you look at this without, I'm going to look at it closer. I was just going to make regular matzo balls because I'm a bit of a purist. And it's a cold, wet, rainy day. Let me show you. This is spring in Chicago. It's still cold and icky. Yesterday was beautiful. And I'm celebrating because I just got a new job. I'm waiting for the background check to come back, and I don't think there'll be an issue because I'm not in the mob, like a lot of people think about Italians. Certain other people are in the mob. I grew up in Highwood, Illinois. As you can see, it's raining and it's cold, and I am staying at this because I did not want to sign another year lease. I've been waiting to see where I'm going to get a job, and I got a job within walking distance from here. And it is at Stella's, which is a gaming parlor. I'll be talking more about that when I find out that I actually have the job. But I'm very excited about it because I grew up in a restaurant, an Italian restaurant and tavern in Highwood, and everybody knew my parents. My parents immigrated to Chicago, my dad first, because he was expelled from the Olympic team and prevented from being in the Berlin Olympics. And then my mom met him as an American soldier. My dad joined the American Army when he was staying here shortly after Pearl Harbor. He had been here for about a year and a half, and his residency was in question. He had fought a few professional fights. In Italy, he was an amateur boxer. He did the professional fights frankly, he didn't know what to do. He was an immigrant and a refugee. And funny about that, too, he ended up meeting mobbed up people, Jimmy the Greek, and he had told me this story about him. I have a lot of interesting stories about my dad. But this is about matzo ball soup right now. Okay? And I will be editing this video. So I figure I'll just say everything that I want to say right now, and then I'll download it and edit it. But anyway, the place where I got the job is at Stella's. And I'm really happy about it because I can walk there. I do not have a car currently. I am looking for a car. So if you know anybody that has an inexpensive car, I now have a job and I can get a car and insurance and so forth. I've never in my life been without a car except for this last 3 years. And it has been horrible because I've suffered with some serious mobility issues, which I've overcome. However, the kinds of jobs I've been looking for are the sorts where I don't have to stand for 14 hours a day like I did at my store and squat up and down and move heavy pieces of furniture and injure my back and destroy my body. I want to be a little more gentle on myself. I deserve it. This is a rebirth for me, and I'm very excited about it. And I do strategic marketing. I did strategic marketing in our business for 25 years. I was in charge of a $500,000 marketing budget, and I did our PR, so I can tell you a lot about it. And since then, I've been upskilling on how to do that digitally, and it's a very interesting landscape of technology, which I have, even though I have been a math tutor, I was the assembly language class tutor and excited about all the new things that computers and technology was going to bring. I worked at UOP as a chemist, and I worked on state-of-the-art equipment. I have a patent. I have 3 patents in creating nanoparticles during my tenure at UOP. That was 1982. I worked there till 1986, and then I started the business together with my husband in 1988. It was called RL Fine Linens. We were a high-end home decor business, and being Italian and being brought up with Italian linens and the Italian mindset for beautiful things. My grandfather was a famous artist. My mom's father grew up in an artisan family, and she also was a Visconti. So we have appreciation for fine things, beauty, and all things Italian. And I'm all about that. And I'm all about being Jewish too. I'm a package. See, when you talk to me, you're talking to a package, not just one thing. That's true for most people too. Most people are not confined to a box where you're just one thing. But what they tell you in business all the time, if you do strategic marketing, is that you have to be very focused in your message. And that maybe is something that I failed in, but see, I don't want to give up any of the other areas that I know about. I want to continue cultivating my knowledge, because when you put all of that together, I'm an encyclopedia. I can help you with your business. I know how to message. I'm getting better at it. I do video creation. I'm an extremely out-of-the-box thinker and a genius. And my husband too. We have a little bit slightly different assets. I'm more of an outgoing person. He's more of an introvert. But we're both kind of science nerds. He's a history nerd, and I'm an art nerd. I do ceramics. So I'm looking forward to you getting to know me better. And I'm going to talk now. I'm going to go back inside. I just wanted you to have an idea of what it's like when you're in Chicago and it's spring. And what's great about this place is there's a roof. It happens to be called the Red Roof Inn. And from here I can stay nice and dry and see all of this icky, wet mess outside. There's the sign for the Red Roof Inn. Here, let me get it. Anyway, you get the picture. It's actually a very comfortable type of place. The rooms are fairly spacious. The bed is comfortable. They come to clean your linens. There's adequate heat. I haven't been here during the summer, and I'm looking forward to moving out of here. But for now, I'm enjoying my visit. And this particular Red Roof Inn is in Deerfield, and it happens to be in an area where there's a mall, and then across the street there's another mall. The location is off the highway, and this is about maybe a half-hour drive into Chicago. If you go the other direction, which is north, that would take you over to Highland Park, Highwood, Waukegan. If you go further, going south, we're going to Chicago. And here's a good image of the Red Roof Inn, right here. And the Red Roof Inn takes pride in what they do. This is a Red Roof Inn Plus, which means that it has extra amenities, and they're going to treat you extra nice. And that has been true for the most part. And still, though, I look forward to finding a nice place to live. And now that I found a job, I'm going to be on that path. And look, though, you know, if you angle the camera just right, you can tell all kinds of different stories. It's a matter of what you edit out in a story. And this is something I'm very conscientious about. Here, for example, I don't know if you can see, you're seeing my reflection, but I'm actually looking into a room that has a nice king-size bed. It's not bad. There's good water in the showers. I like that. Lots of hot water if you want to take a hot bath, something I also like. And I look forward to getting to know you better also. And if you have any types of business challenges, I don't care, big or small, just please give me a call. Let's talk. Or maybe you have an idea. I'm an inventor too, and I'm looking for people who can help me advance my invention, which are several. And I also have the desire to start doing NFTs. And I'm just at the baby steps, studying a lot of different people, all the gurus, all the important people. Now, let's go back to the room. It's a bit messy here right now. I have not cleaned up yet. And back to the Italian stuffed matzo balls. I will not be making this, but I just will be sharing this on my 2 Italian Facebook groups. One is called Tavola Italiana, and that's about all things Italian. And my idea with that was to try and start conversations on Facebook. And I had the idea that Facebook would be developing the technology and it would create a situation similar to Google Plus, where 10 people could get on the same line and have a conversation with each other. And I think I can do that now, but I'm straddling a lot of different areas. And moving's disruptive. I have a lot of stuff in storage right now. A lot of my normal kitchen tools, but I manage very well with the things that I have. I'm all about home decor, even in a hotel room. Look how cute this is. I got Poppin' Fresh. He's always keeping me company, and his friends, and my brushes and my paints, some alcohol, and all my favorite Pesach things, like dates and almonds. Let's finish this off. Okay, now we're going to throw that out. I'm making something with these peaches and a lemon. I'm going to add a little bit of water to it. I'm also washing things. I got my food and bags. It's kind of like camping. Oh, there's an ice machine here. And like I said, this is in a bit of disarray. Here, let me fix it. See, when you're in fashion, it's all about the view and what you see. For example, this item here was something precious that my parents were selling when they first came here to this country. It's a beautiful box. I use it to keep my saxophone reeds in. What else do I have here? Oh, some paper clips. I'm a big fan of boxes. And I'm also setting up for the NFTs little scenes. Here's my little, what would you call it, cutting board. This is actually very handy, something I've paid $1 for. And I'm going to read the instructions on this matzo balls box right now. I'm not going to throw it out yet. And figure out how to do this the most expeditious way. Here's me. Hello. Let me try taking it from here. La vita è bella. Capisci? La vita è bella. Hag Sameach.